These new bikes are crazy. These new bikes have changes to the virtual rider, the suspension, tires, and even more stuff can be changed and mixed around. This whole update's trying to get more like a lifelike sort of thing going on. These are really good. They feel a lot different, a lot better. I think that the overall OEM team is doing a great job making strides in the right direction, and we should have a bright future here in MX bikes. They're even working on a Triumph bike. It's crazy. Yes, hello everybody. Welcome to the channel. I know it has been so long since the last time I have posted, but we're kicking off my return here on these new preview bikes that have been the topic of MX bikes recently for me. These things are super fun, actually a lot faster than I thought they would be, but they did take a little bit to get used to. Center of gravity did get tweaked a little bit, but it's all for the best. Can we get this freaking quad? I don't know. Tell me if you guys think that, like, if that is that a good quad? Like, is that a successful, like, clearing of a quad? Anyways, it is nice to be back. I do intend to post almost daily. I don't know what, like, the plans are. Plans could definitely change. You guys know me. And, yeah, if you guys do want to give me some ideas down in the comments of what you guys would like to see now that I'm back, let me know. I need to know what the new wave of MX bikes is. I've been away so long. I really haven't lost a step in the gameplay department. Still better than Troy, so that's a W. I should say better than Troy at Supercross. And speaking of Supercross, I do have a setup on right now. It is like a, you know, beware, it's kind of dangerous. It's like very stiff suspension, so it gets really sketchy in the whoops, but it's super fun and easy to control in the rhythms and stuff like that. So it does make it like an overall more real-life experience where the suspension's supposed to be hard in Supercross, and then I'm sure I'll soften it up quite a bit for Moto instead of trying to get the best drive I can with the back wheel for the whoops, just trying to cheat through it. So I don't really know what has changed with MX bike setups, pro scene. I don't know. I've been pretty out of touch. I still played like 3 times a week for, you know, anywhere from 15 to 45 minutes just to keep up and kind of keep my muscle memory there. So I would say I'm still, you know, decent, not half bad, but I don't know. I like the spot I'm in right now, kind of flowing around rust, but I will take this thing on some motocross, and a new arena cross track did just come out, and we might have a fun race with a special guest later in this video. If it doesn't happen, don't be surprised. We'll see how good of a run we can get. Actually, hold up. That never happened. Let's go 3rd gear, and then we'll go 4th gear coming out of there. And just kind of trying to... There's a certain way that you have to do it. It's way better with E-Road, but until I can really get it down definitively, like kind of like that, but a lot better, you kind of want to stay up on it a little bit longer. Like, that's kind of the proper way to do it, and you guys can see my controller overlay. It gets kind of sketchy every here and there with how much I'm leaning forward and back. But yeah, let's go ahead and test this thing everywhere. First thoughts, initial like reaction to Supercross with this bike. Super fun, super easy, super agile, super different as well. Okay. Wait, I actually landed that. I was expecting to make a cut there. Hang up. I do want to get this quad real quick. It is quite easy and nice. And you can actually quad here, but I've been doing just like that. Quad, triple. It's kind of nice as well. You can go up and over. And then this quad has been a thorn in my side. It was getting pretty nice with E-Road in like public lobbies and whatnot. I don't really know how doable it is without deform on, because when E-Road happens, it kind of just changes the game in general. So we'll do some future testing with that in the future, obviously. But yeah, Supercross like rating, I would call it like about an 8 out of 10, and my KX is still about a 9 out of 10. I love my Kawasaki and the setup I have on that as well. Just super comfortable with it and whatnot. So it was a lot to change. Obviously, the center of gravity, the bike steers differently. It has different like timing and stuff like that. I did adjust my direct lean, so it does kind of take a little bit of adjusting, but it's definitely worth it once you do, as I continue to struggle through these whoops. So yeah, I mean, I don't mind the bike at all. Might even raise up. I think I said 7 out of 10. I might give it like an 8. I don't know. It's kind of just between... you know what? We'll just give it a 7.5 out of 10. But once these are finished products, all said and done, they'll be pretty good. What motocross track should I do? I should probably do one of the nationals. Try to get like a little bit of everything. I'm not going to do sand. Millville is kind of fun. I do vibe with Washougal, but I know the Dilla. Obviously the Dilla. Let me know how you guys like the editing style of this video too. Kind of up and down for me. I might just do more raw videos in the future, but for now, or for this video especially, I think we'll just do this. And here's how I'm gonna kind of dial in a motocross setup here. I'm gonna do what I'm accustomed to with feel wise, like weight, and then I'm actually gonna ease off on the brakes. They are pretty touchy. I'm not gonna mess with suspension too much right now. I'll just up the spring and preload real quick. And then drivetrain, I actually am kind of weird. I like 13 1452. On this bike, on all bikes, I basically shorten up third gear and just basically stay in third gear the whole time. Standard mapping's fine there. Then you press that, and then I just type in Motocross or MX, and we get to ripping, boys. I don't know. It looks like there's E-Road on the track as I scrub the living badonkulous out of that. It's been so long since I've touched Motocross. I've been on Supercross grind. In terms of, you know, playtime versus motocross, you might consider it like a grind. This is going to be a bit skittish at first, but once I get comfortable, I think we can settle in as I jump halfway down this hill, get into this corner. Good to know it didn't like fly like over anything, didn't really boot me out. We can jump down here. Oh, didn't mean to scrub that hard. Now, the KTMs in this game have never been my bike of choice. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Okay. I don't know what I'll do once the other bikes come out, but they are pretty much all viable at this point in time. So I think that I'll just, you know, have my fair share and find mine. I liked the Yamaha, the 2024 version. It was really good. I know a lot of people are kind of low on that one, but I don't know. I didn't mind it at all. I kind of just do my own thing. I don't really go with whatever's meta right now. There you go. I figured it out, guys. Don't worry about me. I suck at whips and stuff like that, and just like long lengthy jumps. Just not great. And we're gonna fly. Yep, climbing up this hill here, just coming up, and I don't know. I haven't ridden these tracks in a while, so I have my excuses, but I really just don't have the track in mind. Like, I don't know the lines and stuff like that. It looks like there's a little bit of deform as well. I think I already mentioned that. But this is a very fun track, and the bike is already handling better than I thought it would. There we go. I was hoping to see some of that resolved, because that does kind of happen quite often, especially in the Supercross side of things, where you're coming down off a berm and it's just different. You see how well it kind of settled there in the bumps. I'm gonna try to rail this outside here. Poor sense of where I was, bad timing, everything like that. That's on me. Fourth gear, round around. Yeah, don't have timing down at all. Like, this is a monstrosity to watch, I'm sure. Initial thoughts on motocross, it's not bad at all. I think actually it's pretty easy compared to the old bikes in the way that it kind of handles bumps. Obviously overshot just a tad there, and didn't mean to scrub up like that. But once we get into the motocross swing of things, I think it'll be a way easier or way better of an adjustment than it has been in, you know, seasons past, where you go from Supercross to motocross, and that's probably pretty difficult for the majority of people unless you play both pretty consistently. I don't really have a preference, motocross or Supercross right now, but Supercross has kind of always just been where my attention was been at, and I've just continued to get better and be good at it, so it is a little bit more enjoyable. But I also like the challenging aspect of motocross, where you have to be perfect, you have to hit your marks, you have to you know, calculate and use different lines if you're in a public lobby, all that stuff. It gets pretty fun, gets pretty advanced, so that's why motocross kind of evens out with Supercross, which I also enjoy quite a bit. But I kind of feel that the passion for the game coming back as well. I've complained in years past, in videos in the past, that like the game just doesn't really have a spark, and yes, it is still missing a spark, perhaps, like you want to call it a spark, but there are still fun things changing with the community, the people, the bikes. Obviously that's kind of a big thing right now. I know 1110 and the factory bikes, just they came out with another, or I guess the newest pack and whatnot. I guess I don't know, I guess I'll be trying those too. I'll try to stay away from saying anything bad in case they're in my comment section typing another essay. Moving on, it's just yeah, I found this pretty unchallenging, I'm not gonna lie. This is pretty easy going. I'm gonna try to get in this lay it down in that corner, and I did that time. Try to scrub, and I guess I'll take the inside, which I never really liked here because I just didn't like all the bumps, but is what it is. Our traction kind of picked up there, luckily able to save that. I'll try to rail around this outside real quick. So yeah, it looks like it just kind of handles stuff better when it's off kiltered or off centered or whatever. The center of gravity just seems a little bit better as I'm starting to kind of grow accustomed to the track and get kind of comfortable. Stuff does kind of change because you try to go a little bit faster. In my case, like I try to not set down heaters or anything like that, but you just try to find your limit for now as you keep progressing. And I think when we get back in the swing of motocross, it's going to be a pretty easy adjustment and a pretty fun one at that. So I'm excited for Supercross, but these bikes also handle motocross surprisingly well. Hold up, I just went around that corner and I just kind of want to highlight how good that was, to the point where, you know, in times past, maybe with certain settings this doesn't happen, but I kind of fade as it goes on, but I can actually keep the throttle absolutely jacked. I can keep the throttle max and still adjust to the corner. Obviously, I use different lean settings and different settings in general than the majority of the users on the game, so do with that as you will. That is Motocross, and I'll give it a solid, like, maybe even 8.5, 8.2, somewhere around there. It's really, really good. Yes, this is the 250, by the way, so don't y'all start asking me in the comments. I mean, average view duration, I don't know how many people are still watching at this point in time, but yes, this is the 250. Oh, also, happy holidays, everybody. Hopefully all is going well with everyone. Yeah, okay, so the 2023 version, I'm not going to put deformation on. Let's head into this arena cross here. But yeah, happy holidays, everyone. So heading into here, just two more things. There might be a race at the end of this video. If so, hopefully you guys enjoy that. But before then, I will be showing the setup at the, by the time we get into this server, or like my testing or whatever, it takes a little bit to load. So 1.19 gallons of gas. Obviously, these tires, 18. I'll just kind of go down the line here. And this is going to be default in red, and my setup's in black. 25, 10, 10, 5, 6, 115, and then I didn't really do a whole lot with the rear suspension other than turn it up. And then drivetrain 1352 others is completely stock. I might start messing with some of that stuff soon, but that is the quick little supercross setup. I already like the environment. I miss the crowd noise from Stoney's old tracks. It's kind of, which way does this go? This looks like a landing, so we'll try this way. It's a nice little triple there. We'll go up and over. It's just a tight little turn. I don't have my map on, probably should at this point. Get up, off, on. I mean, weird start. I don't know why. Okay, well, I don't know why I'm so bad. Third gear, we know this is a double now. That is a very slight double, and the whoops are really easy. We'll head into this, like, big bull berm. Can we quad out, maybe? There's definitely some different possibilities. I like these rhythm sections where everything kind of is kind of nice and whatever you want to call it. You could probably still triple from the inside there as well. Still try to clear this, which I obviously won't. Turn right, and then this was, I'm just going to double, triple on. I know you could easily like triple or even quad into that if you have enough. And then this like sky tower of a double into these whoops. It's kind of, this is where you kind of test the, I don't know, not the agility of the bike, just the bike in general and how, like, I guess, yeah, nimble and agility or agile it is, because the bike gets put in some tight places in arena cross, especially on this game, and I kind of wanted to see how it kind of did with stuff like this. I'm going to try to go out here and then maybe a quad. It's hard to tell. Try to cut this corner short, scrub on, off, go triple out. It seems to be the faster way. Tried to triple that, I'm not gonna lie. Still, okay, these jumps are a little steep to do anything off the corners, which is good and bad at the same time, depending on the creators, you know, what they wanted to do with this. I don't know what's faster between the two of the lines I just took. I think that one was slower. I'm not going to jump into here, but I'm going to go fourth gear, start to slow down at the back end of that. Did a good job rebuttaling. We'll go 3, obviously 3, all in third gear, and I'm trying to clear over this, but my back end kind of chipped the jump beforehand, so it's getting a little tough. Try fifth gear through these just for fun. I wanted to see like what that does. It doesn't really do anything. It actually loses drive. We'll get back up here and do the on off because it just seems to be the fastest. Trying not to chip my back wheel. Still trying to clear this triple while setting myself up for the next triple. And I guess that's kind of the best I've done, which is kind of sad. Fourth through the whoops. Already down to second by the end of that whoop section. Ball that corner nice and try to at least still get some of this stuff. Can't choke that hard, but I don't know. Pause, actually. That's a crazy quote by me. Arena Cross isn't a struggle. It's definitely different. Like, okay, that's annoying. I was on the front brake there, though. It does seem like gearing is more important in these bikes, just in overall, like, if you want engine braking, obviously it gets different with your gears and whatnot. So if you do use your brakes a lot, I do recommend running in a lower gear with it more extended. So instead of me, like, I turned it up to 1352, I'd try it to turn down to like 1152 or something like that. Just kind of extend the gears and run in second gear if that's what you're more comfortable with. There's different stuff you can do, and that is the joy of MX bikes as well. So, oh, that was not explained. I wasn't on the brakes or anything there. We have to remember this is not a final product or anything like that. This is kind of just a trending in the right direction update sort of deal. So they're doing a great job for that. Now, I will see you guys next time. If you guys enjoyed, go ahead and leave a like, go down, subscribe. If a race starts playing, don't mind it. Watch the race, have fun. But until that doesn't happen, which maybe it will, maybe it won't. I don't even know. So that'll be all. Deuces.